Hi Elma, our annual performance report's been completed. Can you talk us through some of the successes of the past year?
Okay, so there's lots of successes in the annual performance report. It's actually quite exceptional from that point of view. But probably some of the big things are about us becoming a child-centred council last year, so we're very children-focused and that comes through. I'm really proud of the fact that we've been working towards creating our White Energy label company as well, so that we're starting to address fuel poverty as well. And we're one of 4 authorities that are now working on basic income and looking at setting up a pilot, so that's been really exciting as well, and it's really good to be right at the front of that because that's a lot about what we're about as a council. Probably what I'm most pleased about in the report is how staff have stepped up yet again. I've asked staff to do so much over the years, and yet again they've turned out and surprised us all, and our performance is just the best it's ever been.
And what have your own personal highlights been over the past year?
Well, a big one was undoubtedly winning the APSE Council of the Year last September, and we're nearly a year on from that now, but that was a phenomenal success for us because it recognised our performance over a whole range of different activities, and one of the special awards that we won that night was in relation to our capacity to change and to improve services, so that's been a big highlight. Another one has been how our council has responded to our care experienced young people, so some of our most vulnerable young people in North Ayrshire, by looking at a very early stage about making sure that we pay their council tax for them, but also as soon as some of the findings from the Scottish Independent Care Review came forward, members immediately took reports to council, and we're moving away from things like when we're discussing children's plans with young people, we're trying to stop taking them out of their class, but actually have those meetings round about school time so that they can still continue with their education. We're stopping calling children's units units, they are homes, and they're lovely homes for anybody that's been in one. Those have been highlights, and probably the other one for me has been our approach to tackling period poverty. So last year we made real progress, early progress compared to the rest of Scotland, and introduced free sanitary products in all of our schools, which has just been phenomenal.
And what can we expect to see over the coming year?
Well, already this year we've taken the period poverty issue further, and we are now introducing it into all of our council buildings, so that if women and young girls are going into our libraries, for example, they'll be able to access free sanitary products in there. So a real extension of that. We've also got a massive house building programme, so we'll have a lot of housing development yet again this year, and again I'm really proud the quality of the build that we do. When you go and you look at a North Ayrshire council house, a new build council house, it's at least as good as anything you will get from the private sector, and in a lot of cases the specification's better, it's higher, the rooms are a bit bigger. And the other area that I really hope we start to progress over this year is actually getting the work started on the harbour out at Ardrossan. We did a lot of work last year and the year before to save our ferry, and now we've got the money coming through to make the changes to the harbour and develop the new terminal building and community hub, and I think that's a really exciting development for us now.